All right, we got a Toyota in here. We don't do a lot of car service. It's not that I can't do passenger cars. It just seems like that's the majority of what I do is trucks, some light duty diesel. But this one, we're gonna do a little tire work on, but there's a couple other things going on with it. Let's see if we can fire the camera up. Brakes are okay. They're probably down to the last, I'd say 3 millimeters or so. Front tires have been, replaced. They got some miles on them, but plenty of life in them. I'm going to see if I can't help with some of this plastic here, just kind of pin it up. We do have a CV axle that's blown the boot out of it. Nothing terrible, but it definitely needs an axle in its future. Pretty dry under here, honestly. I think this thing's about a 185 on there. You can see that's what a CV boot should look like, where there's no darker grease area. We do have a little bit of a leak there out of the rack and pinion. Focus, there we go. Out of the rack and pinion, so we'll probably top that off. We're not doing a lot of in-depth repairs on this one. It just kind of gave up the ghost on them. And this is really what, I think the alignment's probably off a little bit. So those are some of the cords starting to show. Those are not metal, those are, you can see that it's kind of bald right there. And as we come around, this is essentially what happened with the tire. It finally got into those steel cords and allowed it to rupture. And so that's just, the alignment's off, so it ate the inside of the tire out. So definitely going to need an alignment, but we're at least going to get some tires on there so it can get back going. When you look at it in the big scheme of things, I mean, that's obviously, thankfully they were going pretty slow. Those little nubs in between the rows of tread, those are wear bar ratings. Once you get there, the tire's pretty much done. So there wasn't any more life necessarily left in this one. It was already smoked. But it's definitely wearing, obviously, on the inside tire here on the rear. We can see the wear bars there. We're basically down to the wear bars. So it's going to get 2 new rear tires, and I'm going to recommend headed to the alignment shop for it. I did look, and I've talked about this quite often. This was a good one. Most new tires, it'll have a raised oval like this from, I think, about 04. So that one says 2416. I hope that comes through in the video. Yeah, it actually looks better on camera. So that's the 24th week of 16. So these tires are about 8 years old. That's really about the max that you're going to want to run them anyway. So that's where we're at.